Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Command Combat Battle Reports. Today we have Shogun 2 Total War, and it is a big battle. We've got the Choshu and the Josei versus the Tosa and the Aizu. And forgive me if I'm mispronouncing these names. Please put it in comments if I am, and forgive me if I continue to have it because I'm actually recording several of these in a row. So, anyway, alright, we got the shoot. The Josei are up front a little bit with some ninjas, supported closely behind by, what is this? It looks like, oh, okay, it looks like a more modern army. You got the Marines, what is it called? The Armstrong guns, and the Guard. Some Yariki with some Shogun Guard cavalry, matchlock catchy, some Gatling guns there, and some katanas to back them up, along with some Marines over here. Oh, you got cavalry on both sides with them. Alright. Over here, what have they got? What does the Choshu got? Bokachi, Matchlock Kachi. Looks like a little bit more of the old world. Matchlock Kachi. Backed up by some Shogatai, Yari, Kachi, Kishunin. Oh, they put the ninjas in the back. That's kind of fascinating. You can put them anywhere. Yari Ki in the back. So it looks like old world and new world on one side versus some Boki, Yariki, Mashaki. Let's see here. So it looks like another old world that the Tosa are playing. Oh, and they're racing some cavalry through there. I'm not sure exactly why. And the Aizu, Shogun Infantry. Oh, looks like they're kind of old world as well. So the Josei, watch for the Josei being very more of long range while everybody else is sort of trying to charge into one another. And we already have the cavalry fight up here, the Josei versus the Aizu. We're going to have to see how they do, and the Josei is backing up with some more cavalry. And now we have the Aizu's bringing some saber cavalry in here to go up against these ninja who are hidden in the woods. Maybe looks like they're going to pass them on by. It looks like, oh, they're going to just kind of go right on in there and take on the Choshu. There's a whole massive attack on Choshu. So it looks like the Tosa and the Aizu are going. Is that right? Yeah. The Tosa and the Aizu are going to try to concentrate on the Choshu here. Sorry about my camera work there, folks. Oh, do you see that horse just went end over end on that side there? That was a pretty bad fall. My girlfriend's a horse lover and she would have hated that. Oh, and they have chased the Tosa away. Meanwhile, the Tosa over here are now turning their attention over towards the Josei and getting hit along the way. Oh, and they hit the ninjas. The ninjas tried to use their flash bombs, but just got kind of run over. They're probably going to be wiped out here pretty soon. Ninjas are pretty much just a one-strike type of weapon. They do their thing and then they're usually killed. The Josei, meanwhile, are a little bit spread out. They have their main line back here, and the cavalry has spread way out there and are getting hit on all sides. They're going to go ahead and just do their charge, but they're probably going to get wiped out. No, they actually make it. There aren't many of them left, but they're going to do their damage before they get out of there. And these are up here. They're basically boldly going up ahead of the rest of the line and seeing what they can do, I suppose.
A unit is running from the battlefield, sir.
Before the enemy can get them up, but there, yeah, it looks like the Aizu are going to envelop them. Oh, and here come the Armstrong guns doing their thing. It's going to be an envelopment of the Josei cavalry, but the envelopment itself is going to get hit pretty hard with that artillery. So we'll come back to that to see how that happens. Meanwhile, the Tosa over here are moving in on the Choshu. Oh, wait a minute, I'm looking at that's allies. The Aizu sent some of theirs, so they're waiting to get their side. It looks like the Choshu got themselves separated. Their right flank got over here and are being hit on all sides. They're being chewed up, while their main line is still back here. And they're going to try to send some cavalry in there to help with that, but it looks like it's going to be just simply too late. The Choshu right flank just has gotten chewed up. Meanwhile, the left flank is in combat with the others. They're just going to throw in, it looks like they're just going to throw in the rest and see what happens, because at this point, the Tosa just completely outnumber them, and with the concentration of them with the Aizu, it's just, yeah, it's not going well for them. And there's some of their ninjas as well, the Kishu ninjas, just strutting on by. Weren't really used for what they're good for, which is to hide them. Oh, there we go. Now they're strutting on by, but then they got hit with the cavalry, so they're not going to let them do any more strutting. So now this flank has just turned into a big brawl. Essentially, the Choshu found themselves outnumbered and did all they could, ran forward into their enemy. Meanwhile, let's take a look over here. Yeah, and the Choshu right flank is just completely being wiped out. The Josai, meanwhile, are just marching forward. Where are they? Yarikachi. Looks like they're having 3 waves of them just trying to run right at the Aizu. Of course, passing right by this one line, but probably they're trying to ignore them and get them isolated. They're just going to try to run into the main line, and you're going to see some pretty hefty killing here, because when you put samurai up against gunmen, even though that's what it is, oh, United States Marines. In fact, you had United States Marines on opposite sides here, so that might have been a conflict of interest. But now the Marines have their sabers out, so we're going to have to see how samurais versus Marines do. In fact, I think I'm going to sort of stick on this, and we'll go look back at the rest of it a little later on, because this one kind of fascinates me. United States Marines versus Japanese samurai.
Your men have killed their general, sir.
Okay, I lied. I'm going to go look at some other things. So this one might sort of take a while. And in the back rank there, the Aizu are sitting there basically trying to fire into there and see whatever they can do. Is that more U.S. Marines? Shogun infantry? No. Oh, in fact, actually, some of the Josai have gotten away from that battle and are charging right into this because they don't want any more of that firing into them. Oh, and just then they get to them, they're like, ah, screw this, we're getting out of here. After all that charging, they're just like, forget this. But they did beat them over here. Let's see how everything's going over here, the Choshu versus the Tosa. Seems to be basically even. I thought that the Tosa were going to be kind of running over them, but they have, I mean, after squashing the Choshu right, they got stalled here in the center, and everywhere else they're just not quite getting through. I wonder what the holdup is. Oh, probably artillery coming in here. Yeah. It looks like it was probably some of those wooden cannons. Those things, they're not effective over a long run, but they have like one really good big attack. You throw them in like mortars at just the key moment, you can really save a flank, and it looks like that's what they've done. They have saved the Choshu left. The center is holding. The right was destroyed a while ago, but they have now gotten it. And now, speaking of the right, the Josai are coming back around, and the Tosa have put up a defense, but it's not much of one.
Over the enemy.
Oh, look at all that artillery fire coming in from every direction. And the Choshu have thrown in their cavalry, so that basically ends the guard against that group, that area. So the Josai have come in. Oh, it looks like it's it, because if you look over here and everything's frozen, the Aizai have been taken out. The Tosa are in full retreat, and so that's it. That's the battlefield. You can take a quick look here. You can see the Choshu have held their own somehow against all odds. The Tosa are in full retreat. The Josai have taken care of their enemy and are coming over this side, so that ends the battle. So that'll be it, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Watch us on Facebook, Twitter, and CommandCombatReports.com. Happy gaming, everyone!